Alright, so welcome to this video. Previously we've talked about, try and except blocks. We've talked about creating variables and numbers and strings, and also what to do if there's an error. So now we're going to be talking about more advanced variables. And so the first area we're going to talk about is, or object type is an array. Okay, in Python it's called a list. Basically, you can have list of objects, okay? And the list doesn't have to be all the same data type. We can mix numbers and strings and all kinds of stuff together. You can even have lists of lists. But as an example, just a simple example, I'm going to say, maybe I have a list of numbers, okay? And it goes from 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. If I print out my list of numbers, we'll see it prints it out as a list. But maybe I want to print each number on one line, and then I do want to do something with the number. Maybe I want to add 1 or something like that. So we're also going to be talking about for loops today. And so in for loops, a for loop is a way to run a loop of code. And so today we're just going to be introducing two ways of doing a for loop. So the first way is we can use all the elements inside a list. So for, and then we want to say every element. So for example, for, thing in A. So this code inside my code block, this code right here, this will run every single time for every single element in A. So it will run 6 times in this example because it goes 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. And for each run, thing will equal the next item in the list, okay? And so if I do print thing, we'll see it goes 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. And let's say I wanted to add 1 and print it out. Well, we can do thing plus 1. And we'll see this time it goes 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. The other way of doing a for loop is using the range operator. So range is a special operator that basically says, I want a range of numbers. And if you provide it one number, it'll go from 0 to that number. So for example, this will go from 0 to 9. So it doesn't include the ending number. And so it'll go from 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and then 9. And it'll end at 9 because it's less than 10. Okay? And so this is an easy way to get, 10 loops. So if you want your code to run 10 times, this is an easy way to do that. Maybe you don't want your number to start from 10. So you can do, 1, 10, and then it'll go from 1 all the way to 10. And there are more things you can do at range, which you can Google online from your own time if you're curious about that. But this is just a simple way of creating a for loop. And you can, if you don't have any objects to loop over, maybe you want to run it 10 times. Then if I do print thing, we'll see it runs from 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. So it ran 10 times from 0 to 9. And so those are two ways to do a for loop. You can practice this. You want to practice this, maybe try putting some variables inside your for loop, different kinds of print statements, maybe print some numbers, print some strings. And in the next video, we're going to actually get started with setting up your email so you can, maybe send your first email using Python.